Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run on first down. It's Harper. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Motion. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go, here we go.
Jackson now. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Come on, set. Henry, 2. Hey, let's get that ball, again. Let's get that ball right
here. On first down, Harper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
What do you want? 44.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Taywan Taylor there to make the grab. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
60 yards. 58's the money.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 56 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's get it.
From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Levante David. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Coming this way, here we go.
And an alley to run.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
Josh Lambo.
7-7, our score after one.
At the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7. Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break.
And I think the ball's out, and the Jags grab it.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover. But if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Quick dad.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. A big play there from McCaffrey. 62 yards on the ground. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Let's go,
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. And he completes it to Westbrook. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ready.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Minshew sets to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Recon, 132 fighters. Hey, exit.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah. Right there. Watch the screen.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A gain of 12. First down, Bills.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
They'll run on first down. Play. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, Fitzgerald firing quickly here, and that's complete. There he goes left side, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 for the 26. Here's Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Minshew. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
218, chopper. Ready?
Here's McCaffrey. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time.
Looking to throw. Richmond. He's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Set, ready? 10-2 saw. 56. Exit. Snap.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
2nd and 5. Forced out to his left. Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw. Richmond. Dye's got it. Complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Richmond. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Clay. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in the cloud of dust?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Reeves-Maybin in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded at the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
91.
This is McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally, wrestled down at the 11.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.